Hey guys, welcome back from Classic Work. Got another good one for y'all today. This is a thumb off, I think it's a 324 cat excavator. So, pretty good sized machine. And this pin right here, this goes through the bucket and through the thumb, as you can tell, broke on them. And when it broke, I think both halves slid out, so they had no support in the middle. I think that's what happened in the middle of the stick. And I don't know if you can tell, you should be able to. But this ear is kicked, and so is this one. So I got my work cut out for me. This is going to be a job. If you can tell, this weld is broke right in here. It cracks all the way down. Same thing on the other side. That's real obvious right there. And it actually broke it on the boss as well. So lots of arc gouging and lots of straightening. So there's a couple of different ways you can do this. I think what everybody's probably going to say in the comments is actually just heat this side right here and bend it back forward. I've tried heating stuff that's this thick before, and it just, you heat on that son of a gun for an hour and it still may not move. I mean, you got to have a tremendous amount of heat to bend a piece of 1-inch plate, and I got to do both sides. So what I've done in the past, not on a thumb but on plenty of excavators, is actually cut. I've got a video on this. Is cut right here and leave you a tab. Ooh, look at the size of that horsefly. Good Lord. Wow. Maybe that's not a horsefly. That's probably some kind of dragonfly. Anyways, cut a section out here and leave you a little piece in the middle, and then heat that one, and you can bend both your sides in. But the problem that we're going to have here is I got to bend one at a time. I can't just cut both of them because I'll have no support to pull from either side. What I mean by that is if I cut this and bend it back straight and go to welding it, the weld will actually pull it one direction or the other, which you can compensate for that by welding equally on both sides, which I should be able to do on this one. Some buckets you can't, you don't have the room, but we should be able to keep it pretty straight. But if you can tell, this pin right here, I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Well, I ain't wanting to go, but I was trying to slide it out, but yeah, it will not go through. It's so crooked. You can see right there how much it's actually out. So yeah, so this and that and the other, we got to get this thing back together. So sorry for the long intro, but here we go. Let's get after it. Alright, you can tell we got a pretty good V out on both sides. It's not symmetrical, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to get past this web on this side. This one I stopped right in the middle of it. But yeah, we got them V'd out pretty good. We'll clean them up with a grinder and then before we do all that, we're gonna bend all this stuff back straight. Now, what I've learned on doing this technique, you absolutely must have to, on all of them, is once you do get them straight, brace the ever-living Jesus out of it. Put a brace across from here to here, put a brace somewhere back to here, put one to the ground, you know, tie one to your truck, you know, whatever it takes. If you don't, that son of a gun's gonna move, and you're gonna have hell getting that pin back in. So take my advice. We're gonna brace the ever-living Jesus out of it. So, man, what is with the bugs today? Feller, you gonna get melted, bro. There's another one? What the actual heck? Oh, look at that. It's a pair of them. Huh. They're all over this thing. Alright then. Walking stick or something. Okie dokie. Well, maybe they'll be smart enough to get out of the way. I know that probably don't feel good where they're at. I'm gonna grab the rosebud and we'll go to heating all this stuff. Old feller, you better scat. Go on. Go on. Go on. Alright, ain't my fault if you get melted. Magic number. That's the kind of fit you want. Well, I got her finished up. Don't look too bad. My little weaves look pretty decent. They wet it in really well. The insides didn't turn out too bad. I just, the cracks and where they were and everything, just they don't look real pretty, but that's just the way it is. This side did pretty decent. But the most important thing is she still got a little cant to her because it pulled, I don't know how, up in here more so than it did right there. But it very well could not have been built square. This side looks a lot better. But you can still see it. It's got a little cant back. But most important thing is she ain't having no trouble going through there. So yeah, trick to stuff like this is you've got to brace it. If you don't brace it, you're going to fight it. So you can see how I put my little pieces in there and brace back to the center. Believe it or not, you wouldn't think them a little square tubing would be strong enough, but it definitely is, especially with that stiff back across the top there. So yeah, that turned out pretty good. I got to pick all my junk up and catch up back home. And anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. Till next time, y'all take care from Classic Work.